crossover.
Of course, of course.
I don't remember the last time I saw double Bodvar in 2v2s. Hammer's doing better, of course, so Bodvar is back in the swing of things, and Sword is ever consistent. But if you can always rely on a lot of Bodvar showing up for the good while, it was pretty much EU.
And you know, the classic stations still get a lot of play, and for good reason. And hopefully we'll see some of that now. But right now it's a little bit of that new flavor coming in.
Yeah, we got the Orion and Rin going on here, and one of the things that you can always rely on is quick, consistent KOs from the blue team. That's not going to be an issue. Also, quite a bit of difference in the seeds overall. We got PRs 15 and 16 and Sgrape and xJcoolJ versus 137 and 197. So Steven and Veyaax, actually Veyaax's first trip to top 32 and the second trip for Steven. So incredible run so far.
All right, it is unfortunate though that this is how the bracket's shaping up for them. That is a terrible team to stare down, but they're still looking confident, especially off stage right there. The ledge play looks phenomenal. They're still looking pretty comfy, despite a slight deficit.
Yeah, it's all about sending a message early and often for xJcoolJ and Sgrape. Unfortunately for Lil Veyaax, they're actually gonna just barely miss that wall touch. That could have probably stolen one of those KOs too, because they had Hammer, so they could have tried to get the dip down, but that's not gonna happen. As blue team very solid lead now.
Right. It did, you know, I mentioned how comfy it was. I've changed my mind since. Looking like the blue team show right now, but, you know, there's so many things to talk about.
Oh, what a call. What a call. Seeing that a mile away, the GC neutral stick, like, yeah, no, like, you're not catching me here. That's just not what's gonna be what happens. And the thing is, when you're the team that's on the lower seed, you want to send a message. You want to be able to try and be like, hey, we're here for a reason. We can absolutely swing with the best of them. The first game, sure, this may not have gone your way, but there's definitely opportunities to figure out what you did going into the next game. And so far, hey, Steven's playing pretty great here in this 2v1.
Yeah. No, I was going to say the same thing before they started going absolutely wild with it. And I had to, you know, cut myself off. But it's tough, right? When you are talking about players who are just getting into that top 32 for the second time, you know, like you're talking about, you're sitting down at the proverbial setup against some other players who've been here who knows how many times, right? It's hard to keep track at some point. So, like, that first game is going to be hard to kind of get your footing when you're probably, admittedly, justifiably still a little bit nervous going into it. But there's still so much set to play, plenty of games to go back and forth, legend swaps, map swaps. You know, there's so many different ways to change the dynamic. You got to keep that confidence going in, and I know Red Team is still feeling pretty good, especially like a little momentum there from that 2v1 at the end. Steve was playing pretty nice. Like,
I think the big thing in that game was xJcoolJ was just on it, and when xJcoolJ is on it, that's gonna allow Sgrape to get some pretty quick, easy follow-ups on Orion. That's the last thing you want to happen. So, you know, game one, it happens. Now game two, if it happens again, then you need to start, you know, reaching deep into the pockets. Like, okay, we gotta figure something out here.
Right. All right, we see a little bit of a switch up.
Still go over to the Ogrim now. Bring that Macho Man out.
Yep. Some good combos to start it off. Still pretty even, but yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, accidental SD. That's not the way you want to see things go out at the start. So, Lil Veyaax's got, just like I said, you got to put that in the back pocket. It's like, okay, it happened.
Right.
Now we need to adjust.
That was the second worst thing that could happen. The first worst thing is, you know, doing that and then feeling bad about it. Like, so just got to keep it moving and try not to get caught in too many of these 2v1 combos.
Yeah, that GCD light just barely missing too. That would have been that probably would have been the KO here on Apocalypse, but it's putting in plenty of damage to start things off. There you go.
Okay.
I know. You know, you got all that. We got neutral light Sarah. All right. Well, what about it?
Oh, hold on though. This is what I want to see from Red Team, is taking this little bit of momentum and making it work right now. Veyaax making it back, barely touching that wall, but whoa, okay, finally breaking it up.
You know, I will, even though Veyaax fell there, I will actually take that moment because that you were talking about the team combos picking up. They were following up off each other like 4 different times. xJcoolJ going out there, you have to go get the save, you have to try and help him out, but instead gets reversed. That That's the worst possible situation. Actually, you had a amazing attempt to try and go help him out, and instead you both lost the stock.
This is a little rough, but shouts to blue team for really capitalizing on it too. Big damage here, unbelievable follow-ups, barely missing that one too. But
almost getting in the weapon pickup on it too, but the GC D-Light off the original D-Light into the ground pound, putting him in a weird position. Steven, you know, normally I have a lot of hope.
Right.
Well, right now you just need to hope that xJ and Sgrape do that. Just jump off the stage like that.
Unfortunately, Orion so very good in that specific situation too. Either the spear, right? You have the down sig that covers like so many options, and then the lance comes in too after the spear's thrown away. It's kind of tough. I respect the effort from Steven, but I have to move on to the next one, and we might see another change of pace.
Yeah, it seems like Sgrape and Team xJcoolJ feeling some type of way after that very intense Game 5 set we saw before, where they almost had the reverse 3-0, but Blitz and JQ were able to take it, who are going to be going up against Coco and Munir in the quarters up top there.
Oh.
They have to make that run through the limb side, and they are... Oh, they're sending a pretty early message at that of how they feel about being down here.
Yes, I think so. They don't have to say much. I think the gameplay speaks for it, but another little legend swap. We got the Taros coming in, which could be another huge factor if we see those follow-ups, because those team combos were looking better for red team in that game too. So if they can end with a little bit of a explosive finish from the Roman Reigns, maybe be the difference makes keep the set going.
It feels like Lil Veyaax trying to play an episode of SmackDown going on here, because we have gone through 3 different wrestlers on these crossovers. But hopefully one of them will be what is necessary to get the job done. Great job from Steven to get up there, but this is a very difficult spot. You're in sweat beads, and perfectly timed there to sneak his way through. And the accidental team hit coming in from that neutral stick, and Sgrape actually gave them a moment to breathe.
Right, and they're trying to capitalize, but those huge hitboxes from blue team are just unbelievably strong right now. Sgrape though.
Oh no! All right, you got the save. You got the save. Okay, makes up for it. The dare almost cost them that stock, and great dodge. If that spot dodge doesn't come out at the top, you're getting caught by that ground pound.
Whoa! I love that idea. That was so smart. And okay, good response too.
And another thing that might fall by the wayside for some, if you're new to Brawlhalla, you hit your teammate in that they're taking reduced knockback. So if you get that double up, or the triple up really there, you might be able to sneak out a double KO while keeping xJcoolJ alive, and that's kind of what still happened there. Yeah,
I mean, that recovery is so tense. You know, you don't want to get hit by it anyway. It would definitely take a little bit of a team combo instead, and phenomenal combo from Sgrape. Oh,
blue team kind of hitting each other a little bit more often. Of course, their team combos have still been very good, but the red team, it's the first time, AG, we've seen them be able to play with, you know, not being on the last stock by the time we've reached the 6-minute mark. So this is the first chance to try and actually show what they can do.
Ooh, okay, splitting off into the 1v1s now. Really good stuff from Steven. Taking control of the stage, and big hits coming in for Veyaax right now. We got the hammer and some signatures coming out, but not finding the mark quite yet. The threat of it, though.
Eli Sayre, that's all you need. Just the simplicity is key. You mentioned it earlier with how many times, I can't remember who got the hits. Rocochet.
Yes,
And now that it's back, and stay away from Taros over there. You see, you see that GC neutral sync come out. Only bad times are inbound.
Whoa, unbelievable route there from Veyaax. Really good reversal, and now, you know, looking pretty close. I mean, hard to say it's a lead, but I'll take it.
I feel like everybody's trying to like create a comeback story today, because the first 2 games, almost every set, have been pretty in favor of one team, even when we had the 1-to-1 happen.
Right.
And in game 3, it's like, okay, we're about to get knocked out. We really need to pick it up, and then everybody just starts picking it up, and we're seeing the same thing here play out for the red team.
Yeah, maybe they're just all fans of the drama, but it's looking like a very different game. The legend swap could be helping. Obviously, those, you know, the Sayers have been phenomenal from Veyaax, but fortunately, it could be it right here at the ledge.
All options are covered. Literally every option was covered. And smart, too, of xJcoolJ to kind of stop where he went, because it's either A, you go up early, and I catch you with the ground pound, or B, I see you backed off, the weapon toss comes through, I dodge the weapon toss, and I keep you from getting the chase dodge. Right. That was perfectly executed. But this does still give Steven an opportunity. He has a hammer in hand, and even with the sword, he can absolutely make this 2v1 happen.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, though. We already saw xJ overcommitted, but Sgrape was there to make sure nothing crazy happened. Big Sig swing, and definitely a rock in a hard place right now.
Just missing that D-Light. Not going to be able to catch this, the dodge in. I like the coverage attempt, and we're just going to see the side air close it out. That was close. Steven was right there. 631 damage was done, but it's crazy looking at only 286 from Lil Veyaax, because I feel like Veyaax was actually in the fray a lot more that game.
Right, right.
So the single hits that we're hitting felt like they mattered a ton, but the